Carnival Slayers.
I've been in Metronomes since May 1982.
Okay. And what made you start playing steel pan?
Well, parents from Grenada, and I went on a cricket tour in 1982. And when I came back, Carnival has always been in my family. So that is where I started off. I used to play mass. And one year I was on the road with a mass band, and Metronomes went past, and I said, next year I'm going to learn to go and play pan.
And what pan do you play?
I play, I started off playing 6-bass, but now I play 9.
Okay. And what's your favourite song to play?
Oh my goodness, 42 years is quite a few years of favourite pans, but you can't forget the first tunes. Like Lorraine was one of my first ones, and a tune called Party Tonight, which was in 1982 as well. Classic. So many of you won't remember those tunes, but yeah, those tunes. The first ones are normally the ones that you stick with. But over the years, there's been many tunes.
42 years of playing steel pan, what would you give advice to anyone wanting to learn to play the steel pan?
Well, I started as a young teenager, and the elders in this band, some have passed on. The members in the band are still here, will become family. One thing with the steel band is, it's something that you could grow. I've gone away, studied, worked, travelled, got married, had children, and remained in a steel band. So a steel band wouldn't stop you from living a life. It would take away some of your social activities, but it wouldn't stop you. So for me, you could live life and play pan.
And if you could describe Metronomes in one word, what would you just use?
For me, it's in my blood. So I would say it's my blood, my family.
Do you think playing steel pan has changed from when you first started playing steel pan to now?
Oh, 100%. When I started, it was based on the smaller island. Many of the smaller islands, i.e. Trinidad, going up Grenada, all those islands were mainly where pan was originated from. However, now pan is all over the world. Japan, China, Australia, Norway, pan is all over Europe. So when I started off, it was very much a Caribbean thing, but now it's a worldwide, it's just grown everywhere. Every country you go to, they recognize and they appreciate pan.
And how do you feel that Metronomes is celebrating 50 years in the steel pan industry?
Well, for me, it's 50 years, but wow. It's gone quickly. As I said, some of our members have passed on. It's brought back a lot of memories for me. We're just going to celebrate it by continuing doing what we're doing, promoting pan, keeping the family together, and bringing back some of the older members to come and play who haven't played for a few years. So we're looking forward to that.
I'm Eversley Breeze, manager of the Metronomes Steel Orchestra.
Cool. Okay, so where did it all begin for you? How did you get into playing steel pan?
I started playing in 1973 with a guy called Freddie Sylvester at first, and then with Len Booksy Sharp, and then moved on to Metronomes.
Okay, and why Metronomes?
At the time, they were the band that was more progressive. I mean, I started off with a band called Ackland Bay 57, and the kind of music we were playing was very simple music. And Metronomes at the time, the music was much more advanced, much more challenging. So, and then when we broke up, when Ackland Bay 57 broke up, I was invited to come to Metronomes to play.
Okay, who invited you?
A guy called Johnny Coleman.
Okay. Does he still play pan now?
He's deceased.
Oh, okay. R.I.P. Of all the musical instruments in the world, why the steel pan?
I just love the sound. I just love the sound.
Okay. Which is your favorite steel pan or steel pan instrument to play?
Double tenor.
Why?
I love it because you could play harmonies, you could play melodies, you could solo in it. It's just a lovely pan to play.
Okay. What has been your most memorable experience as a pan player?
Played in Trinidad and Panorama.
What year?
I played, my first year was 1987, actually on the finals, but I actually played in 1980 in prelims.
Okay. Last year, you performed at the Queen's Jubilee at Buckingham Palace. How did that come about and how was that experience?
Basically, we was invited, all the bands was invited to join, make a national steel band, which was called UCASPO. And that was named after a band that came up in 1952.
Okay.
And I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but we called ours UCASPO, which is UK All Steel Percussion Instrument Orchestra. Yeah, and sorry, the band in 1952 was called TASPO, Trinidad All Steel Percussion Orchestra. And we named that one UCASPO, being UK. And it was several bands around the UK that joined together to form the band to play at the Jubilee.
Okay. And what was it like playing at the Jubilee?
It was an experience. I mean, we've played it before. We played at the Golden Jubilee in 2002.
Okay.
So, it wasn't nothing new to us.
You're a seasoned expert.
Well,
What advice would you give for anyone interested in learning to play the steel pan?
just be serious, be dedicated, and if you love it, just keep on playing.
Okay. What are your 3 best things as playing as a pan player?
My 3 best things. Love the pan, love the culture. Love to see people vibing when they're playing. There's nothing better than when you're playing in the band and everybody's in sync and they're all vibing. That gives you a lovely feeling.
Okay. And the 3 worst things as a pan player?
Different personalities. In a band, they all say band is for bacchanal, which means every band has its issues. Every band has its different characters. That's one of the things where you get a lot of, sometimes you get different personalities, you get certain clashes sometimes in bands. The lifting of the pants. Everybody that loves to play, nobody likes to do the hard work.
Okay. Metronomes Steel Band are celebrating 50 years in the music/steel band industry. How does this accomplishment feel?
50 years. I never thought we'd reach 50 years. It's been a journey, and we're just glad and give praises that we've actually reached 50 years.
Okay. What are the plans for the next 50 years?
For the new generation to rise and take the band even further than where it's gone.
Okay. Finally, Metronomes Steel Band have won 4 Panorama titles. Can we have an insight into what happens in the planning stages before you hit the big stage, as it were, for Panorama?
Just practice, rehearsals, drilling the band, getting the band tight. If you've got a lovely piece of music, sometimes, a arranger will come along and give you a sweet piece of music, and you just got to make sure that you play that piece of music or execute it to your best of your ability.
Okay, so when does planning start for Panorama?
Sometimes planning could start from like May, June.
Wow, okay. And finally, any words for all of your Metronome Steel Pan fans out there?
Yes, we love you. Please keep supporting. That's it basically.
Thank you very much.
Mandela Links, and I'm asking you to check out Carnival Slayers on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Remember, Carnival Slayers bring you the vibes. Mandela Links endorse it to the fullest. Large. Make sure you check it out. Carnival Slayers on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe.